You clicked for the truth about instant rice. You'll get it in 7 stops. First, how pre-cooking strips texture and nutrition. Next, why some boil in bag and ready trays raise microplastics and liner concerns. Then, the 5 brands that lean hard on salt and additives. We'll close with 2 organic, low-sodium picks that keep ingredients clean and grains intact. By the end, you'll know what belongs in your pantry and what doesn't. Number 1. Goya Instant Yellow Rice. You think seasoning means flavor. Here it hides a cost. Salt replaces real nutrition, and the grain shows up already tired. Goya's Instant Yellow Rice sells a quick, Spanish-style fix with a bright packet that smells like dinner is done. The kit is built for speed. The rice is pre-cooked, dried, then revived on your stove with a slurry of color, aromatics, and salt. Here's the truth. That shortcut leans on aggressive pre-cooking and heavy sodium. The grain starts half spent before it hits your pot, so the packet has to shout to make it feel satisfying. When rice is parboiled and dehydrated, you lose surface starch and heat-sensitive micronutrients. Then the mix adds turmeric-style color and salt, not real value. Reported sodium lands around a quarter of the daily limit per serving, about 500 milligrams. But you don't stop at 1 serving. At dinner, portions double fast, and that turns a side into half your daily sodium in a few scoops. For seniors and anyone watching blood pressure, that's like pulling the rug out from under your heart. Texture takes a hit too. Pre-cooking flattens the bite so it cooks fast but eats soft. You end up chasing chew with butter, oil, or more mix, which piles on calories and yet more sodium. You have a better play. Skip the packet. Use plain, low-sodium rice. Regular or minimally processed quick cook. Bloom your own spices in a dab of oil. Add garlic, onion, and a small pinch of salt. Finish with parsley and a squeeze of lemon. You control the salt and the grains stay intact. And here's the kicker. When the label reads like a spice kit plus salt, that's a red flag. Real flavor doesn't need a sodium wall or a dye job. Choose short labels and keep the seasoning in your pan, not in a packet. Number 2, Ben's Original Ready Rice. It heats in 90 seconds. What sneaks in during those 90 seconds? Ben's Original Ready Rice is built for speed. A microwave pouch, pre-cooked and shelf-stable so dinner lands fast. The trade is simple. You gain time, but the pouch carries extras to hold taste and texture after months on a shelf. Here's the truth. Convenience comes with more sodium, preservatives, and emulsifiers in many flavors. Some versions lean on soy ingredients to prop up taste that faded during pre-cook. That's why the roasted chicken flavor clocks a reported 670 milligrams of sodium per serving. Big for a side. Enrichment pops up on some products, then vanishes on others, so the nutrition win is hit or miss while the processing stays put. The pouch format matters. This rice is cooked at the factory, sealed, then reheated at home. That process favors quick heat but soft grains. Over a few seconds too long, the texture skews mushy, and you reach for more salt or sauce to fake structure. Research notes a pattern. Flavored options run higher in sodium and rely on stabilizers to keep the grain from collapsing after storage. Emulsifiers like soy lecithin help oil and water play nice, but they also widen the label and add an allergen for anyone who reacts to soy. Now the packaging piece. You reheat inside plastic. BPA-free helps, but it doesn't mean chemical-free. Heat can drive other compounds into food. Think of it like a slow drip from the liner when steam builds. Small but not zero. For seniors and anyone cautious about hormone-active chemicals, that's worth controlling. Mini payoff. If you use pouches, choose unflavored, low-sodium versions. Tear it open, pour into a glass bowl, break up clumps, then microwave. Add your own oil, herbs, or stock. Bottom line, fast can be fine, but don't pay with lost texture and extra salt. And when a label reads long, you're paying for that list, not better rice. Number 3, Zatarain's Instant Rice. Big flavor, small payoff. The packet does the heavy lifting, not the grain. Zatarain's Instant line sells bold spice mixes and fast cook times. You pour, stir, and it smells like a full boil of jambalaya in minutes. That speed has a price. The rice is pre-cooked and dried, then brought back to life with powders that stand in for real cooking. Here's the truth. Aggressive pre-cook knocks down the grain's core quality. Surface starch and heat-sensitive nutrients take a hit, so the bite turns flat and the grain feels spent. To cover that, the kit leans on seasoning powders and salt. You get loud aroma, fast color, quick heat, while the rice itself plays back up. Those packets look busy for a reason. Dehydrated flavor bases last on a shelf. Anti-caking agents keep the mix free-flowing. None of that feeds you. And when labels list natural flavors, you're looking at an umbrella term that doesn't spell out which solvents or preservatives sit under it. Approved? Yes. Transparent? Not really. Now the sodium stack. The box prints tidy serving counts, but real plates tell the truth. One pouch turns into 2 servings on your plate without trying, and the salt load climbs fast. For seniors or anyone tracking blood pressure, that bump can push a simple side into trouble. Here's the myth: seasoning equals substance. The reality, most of the wow is salt, and aromatics masking a tired texture. It's like turning up the car stereo when the engine runs rough. Louder, not better. Mini payoff. Buy plain rice. Toast garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, and a pinch of cayenne in a dry pan until fragrant. Cook the rice in low sodium stock. You'll get deeper flavor, lower salt, and grains that hold their shape. Bottom line: if the taste lives in the packet, the rice isn't the hero. Pick the grain first, then season on your terms. Number 4. Thai Kitchen Coconut Rice. Coconut aroma sells comfort. The label tells another story. Thai Kitchen. Ready-to-heat coconut rice checks the easy boxes. Microwave, fragrant, sweet, savory. You tear the pouch, heat, and it smells like takeout. But the trade hides in the numbers and the texture. Here's the truth. The sodium is very high for a side. Reported at 980 milligrams for the 8.8-ounce pouch, you burn through over 40% of the 2,300 milligram daily limit in one go. That's a stealth salt bomb at dinner. And the mouthfeel leans sticky and clumpy because the rice is pre-cooked, cooled, and dosed with coconut additives that hold flavor but weigh down the grain. Shelf-stable coconut flavor doesn't travel alone. To keep taste consistent for months in plastic, brands lean on stabilizers, emulsifiers, and salt. Those extras lock in aroma and prevent oil separation, but they don't feed you. They also push you to drink more water after the meal because high salt drives thirst. Call-out time. Near 4 figures of sodium in what looks like a simple side is far above a sane target when you care about heart health. For seniors and anyone managing blood pressure, that's like pulling the rug out from under your heart at dinner. You feel fine, but your numbers pay for it later. Packaging adds a small asterisk. Heating food in plastic can let trace compounds move into hot, wet food. BPA-free helps, but plastic still isn't neutral under heat. Keep that in mind when you plan your weeknight sides. Mini payoff? Cook plain jasmine on the stove. Stir in real coconut milk and a pinch of salt at the end. You control sodium, keep the grains intact, and get clean coconut flavor without the baggage. Bottom line, the coconut can be real. It doesn't need a sodium wall to taste good, and when you build it yourself, you keep the taste and leave the spike. Number 5, great value instant brown rice. Brown rice sounds safe. The instant version tells a different story. Great value. Instant brown rice sells the budget whole grain shortcut. You pour, boil, and eat fast. On the box, that feels like a win for fiber and your wallet. In the pot, the trade shows up as slumped bite and thin taste. Here's the truth. Pre-cooking and dehydration soften the bran and loosen the starch, so the chew fades and the grain turns bland. Heat can trim heat-sensitive nutrients, and the fix people reach for is sauce. Big pours, salty pours. That stacks sodium fast and wipes out the health pitch you thought you were buying. Brown rice wins when the fiber and germs stay intact, and the grain cooks to a steady, nutty bite. When the process chases speed, that edge gets blunted. You get soft, uniform kernels that feel done before they taste ready, so you drown them in soy sauce or bottled dressings to fake depth. And here's the kicker. The low price pushes volume over grain quality. Batches cook unevenly with some kernels firm and others collapsing into gluey clumps. You toss what sticks and keep what's passable. That's waste, not value. It's like paying for a dozen eggs and cracking 5 with double yolks and 5 that run thin. Cheap on paper, frustrating in your pan. Let's get into ones that are actually safe. Number 1, Lundberg Organic Jasmine. Here's the reset. Clean ingredients, low sodium, simple packaging. You want speed without the junk. 2 safe options. Lundberg Organic Jasmine Instant Rice is the rare yes on that list. Lundberg. Organic jasmine keeps it simple. Organic non-GMO, and built on just 2 words: rice and water. That's it. No flavor packet, no color tricks, no preservatives. You get the scent of real jasmine and grains that cook fast yet stay separate. Here's the truth. You expect instant to mean trade-offs. This one skips the usual cost. The focus is minimal processing and low sodium, not a lab-length label. That lets you set taste and salt at the stove, not in a factory. Those certifications matter. USDA Organic and Non-GDMO Project Verified tell you the rice is grown without synthetic pesticides or genetic tinkering. CCOF and Fair Trade certification signal oversight on farming practices and labor. For anyone sensitive to additives, a short list is a shield. Fewer inputs mean fewer triggers and fewer surprises. Sodium stays low, reported at 25 milligrams per serving, so you're not burning your daily limit on a side dish. The grains hold shape, carry a light, nutty aroma, and don't beg for rescue sauces. That's less salt, less oil, and fewer calories after the fact. Packaging stays out of the way. Simpler contact and less harsh factory heat time cut down on liner worries. You finish it on your stove, so you choose soft, firm, or fluffy. It's like setting your own dimmer switch instead of living with the default. Mini payoff. Pick this when you want speed without the chemical alphabet. Season fresh, citrus, herbs, scallions, or unsalted stock. Add toasted almonds or peas for crunch and color. Bottom line, when the bag reads like a pantry, you win on safety and taste. You keep control of salt, texture, and what touches your food. Number 2, Tasty Bite Organic Basmati. You wanted a pouch that isn't a gamble. This is the closest thing. Tasty Bite. Organic basmati is the rare microwave-ready rice that respects the grain. You get fragrant, separate kernels and a clean label that reads like real food. It cooks fast, but it doesn't collapse into paste. Here's the truth. It's still a pouch, but the draw is the ingredient list. Organic basmati rice, a touch of organic sunflower oil, and that's about it. Sodium stays strikingly low at a reported 5 milligrams per serving, so you don't blow your daily limit on a side. That's control you can feel, especially for seniors watching blood pressure. Why basmati pays off? Long grains mean lower stickiness, so clumps don't take over. The aromatic compounds in quality basmati hold up to gentle heat, so you keep that nutty scent after a short reheat. When the base rice is good, you don't need stabilizers to fake texture. Packaging matters. Rankings that assessed safer pouches flagged BPA-free as a must, and this product topped that list. That points to a focus on safer materials and simple inputs. Rice, a simple oil, light salt at most, rather than a laundry list of gums and emulsifiers. Fewer extras mean fewer unknowns when you heat it. This is the model for ready rice done right. Respect the grain, keep sodium in check, and skip the chemical alphabet. It proves convenience can deliver real aroma, steady bite, and a label you can read in one breath. Mini payoff. If you must microwave, tear the pouch and pour the rice into a glass bowl first. Break up any clumps with a fork and heat in short bursts. You protect the aroma, keep grains fluffy, and cut direct contact with hot plastic. Bottom line, convenience doesn't have to taste processed. When the inputs stay clean and the salt stays low, you get speed without the side effects. Number 2, PS packaging truth. That bag in boiling water looks harmless. It isn't always. Here's the truth. 2 risks drive the problem. First, the factory pre-cook that knocks down texture and trims heat-sensitive nutrients. Second, what heat does to plastic when you cook in a pouch or tray. You lose bite and some value up front, then add new worries when packaging meets steam. Boil and bag into ready trays can shed microplastics or chemical fragments under heat. Even BPA-free still means plastic, and hot wet food can pull compounds out. Think of it like steam loosening paint on a wall. Heat, moisture, time. The transfer can rise with higher temps and longer microwave runs. Retort-style processing dials up heat to make food shelf-stable. That dulls grain structure. The rice cooks fast later, but it eats soft. To make it feel satisfying, brands load salt, flavorings, and stabilizers. Loud taste, weak grain. You need a simple rule. Short ingredient list, low sodium. Organic or non-GMO when you can. Minimal contact with hot plastic. Those 4 filters cut a lot of hidden dangers in one pass. Now the swaps that win. Plain rice plus your seasoning beats packet mixes on taste and blood pressure. Toast spices in a dry pan, add a splash of oil, then fold into hot rice. Use unsalted stock, fresh herbs, or citrus. You get clean flavor, steady chew, and you decide the salt. Many payoff steps you can use tonight. Pour pouches into a glass bowl before microwaving. Skip boil and bag when you have another option. Keep a 20-minute stovetop method as your default. Or par-cook a batch on Sunday and freeze it flat for true weeknight speed. Bottom line, control the heat and the ingredients. That's how you put safe rice in your bowl and keep the salt, plastic, and mush off your plate. Here's the truth. Instant rice isn't one thing. Some packs trade your texture and health for speed. A few keep it clean. Short labels, organic or non-GMO, and low sodium help you dodge hidden dangers. Watch the package too. Less heat on plastic, fewer surprises in your bowl. Your move. Pick simple ingredients, keep salt low, and avoid cooking in the pouch. Want the truth about what's really safe? Subscribe now and I'll show you what to avoid and what's actually safe. Drop your story in the comments. What brand let you down and what saved dinner? Your tip can spare someone's heart and wallet.